Yeah, I'm just going live. I don't care what happens. I'm gonna pin the link. Let's see. Starting out live. Oh, I didn't mean for it to be called that. I don't know. SNO. I didn't intend that at all. So obviously, yeah. So obviously, that entire all the Leviticans now, like locksmith, completely, totally full of shit. I mean, like, cause here's the thing, like, I have my standard of, like, once I even heard like some of Clown's comments and even like a thing about the case, I was pretty much, I condemned it. Um, you know, and there was no issue with questioning it either when that came out, and that was different with Ed's. When Ed's thing came out, there was it like if you were to question it or ask questions, they would call that defamation. Um, so it's like they're taking the exact same response when, like how we did to Ed, only I'm consistent, we're consistent, and they're totally full of shit. So, yeah, that's kind of one topic. The glaring double standards. It's like obviously it's very easy to condemn both, but I have a single standard. Yeah, anyone can come up. I don't know what's gonna happen with this live. I don't know. It's kind of too cold to like probably go outside. I don't know, but there's a DA attached. Oh, actually, Becky Joe. Actually, I lost your contact info. Can you I think it was you decoy. I'll could you DM me? I'm actually looking for decoys. This is sad. Well, why don't you come up here? This is a free speech stream, so you know. Yeah, one thing that's sad is like complete double standards. Like they defended Ed till the end. They call that defamation. They call that all these things, and then they're gonna have a totally different standard just with another person on their side. It's like I can speak consistently. It's called consistency. To have like the same standard about the same thing for the same reason. Like complete full of shit. Yeah, I don't know. I would just say, like, honestly, I would just say I don't like him for the comments he made. Just that alone, that's enough for me. I don't fucks with him even just for what he said on panel. Like that was it. That was enough. Like that's some fucking weirdo shit, and period. The end. And obviously, anything about that case just makes it 100 times horrifically worse. And yeah, single standard, completely. They get a Yeah, no, it's not more than that. It's not even like not like funny as a joke. It's not like getting triggered over a joke. That's some weirdo shit. So I don't fuck with weirdo shit. So no, at all. Guess Sam Clinton Network. I don't know if that's actually Sam. I don't know if it is actually. Is it Sam? Got Nunya. Big Joe, Gremlin, Bad Samaritan. Yeah, that's and like Nevermore said some weirdo shit too, and I condemn that shit too. Well, it sounds like him. I thought he was Sam Clinton 2.0 though, so he changed it to Network. It's Network now. Is Sam supposed to be in jail? Oh yeah, I think I'll try to like reveal something. I was kind of waiting till I'm gonna kind of do a reveal of something. I was kind of waiting to see how this would play out. I already told people and everything, but I was trying to see like who would they actually blame as far as like who actually called the courthouse, informed the judge that Sam Clinton, uh, was one about to dox kids. By the way, that was actually my concern. But yeah, I was the one that did it. That's one reveal, and I would have done it again. It was me. I called. I have the screenshot to prove that I made the call. Yeah. So, and I also recorded it. No, actually, I didn't record it. I mean, I called in about him recording it or restreaming it. I got a screenshot of me making the call. I don't know. I just confused myself. But yeah. No, so the time when Sam Clinton was filming the court hearing, and someone called in and told the judge what happened. That was me. And I've already told people about this. So yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, and I mean that was about to dox kids, so there's no like concern about doxing kids. There's no concern about CP suspects. Like there's just no moral consistency at all on that side. Yeah, he's too stupid. Like the thing is, like Sam's too stupid to understand the law and how it works. Sam Clinton is a tryhard. Ephraim Exbergen. Yeah, then I think I saw some like a Bill Powell panel. They said like I was having a different response to like Clown Force, I think, or there's some like issue with the red button. There's no issue with the red button. Because I had the same response to Ed that I did to Clown. So I don't see an inconsistency. Funny how we started the stream acting like you hacked them and did it. What do you mean? Kind of lost. Yeah, I don't know what that means, bro. I don't know. Well, Sam started to stream that day and said you hacked him, Brian, blaming you for streaming it. I didn't stream nothing. He streamed it. Oh, I think yeah, I don't know. I think that was like a really bad joke, which was just like that. That was just like a really bad joke. It didn't land. It landed so bad that it was kind of just like, what did you? What are you even saying? I'm like, why did you say that? Kind of thing. It didn't land well. No, it's me. I called in. Not even like a bad joke. It just was like it just was. I don't know, like very stale. It didn't. It didn't land. No, I called on Zen. I'll actually. Because I do have a screenshot of it. Oh shit! What was it about? Takes me a moment to find things. Yeah, when was the when was the when was that? Because I can't find the screenshot. But I have the call log. I'll find it. Yeah, the Weld County Courthouse. Um. Okay, the Weld County Courthouse is a public number. Um. Yeah. Wait, what the hell? I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on. I have to lower the brightness. Weld County Courthouse. So it's called. I believe it was like April 12th when it happened. I think I just. I don't know if. I guess it was like some follow up call. I forget what that was about. I think I was under the impression the judge wanted like more information or something, so I wasn't sure about that. Because basically, like how it happened is they let me go. Um, so I was kind of confused about that. But yeah, Brandon leaked his credit card number on locks. Oh man, I don't know. I guess like all we can really do with that is like disable the card and just get another card. I have a lot of some reason I have a lot of bank accounts because like I have just multiple sources of income. So like if I would just like disable an account, then move that account to another account. I think you should always have a backup account just in case that account doesn't work and you lose count of the account. Although could someone leak their card number on live? Well, I don't know. I kind of heard he did other questionable things. Yeah, I'll just kind of leave that there. I don't even know what to say about that. I should have cleaned Disney out of Minnie Mouse shit. Um, Wait, is there two Jeffries? Wait. Oh, you're talking to that account. Yeah, and if anyone wants to, no, if anyone wants to come up and question me about anything, they can, but I'm just gonna kind of dismiss anything else. Oh, you're right, Dan Allender? Oh shit, wannabe PvPs in chat. I don't know. Does anyone want to come up? Yeah, I'm just gonna go live for about, I don't know, 1-2 hours, depending. But I know you was Dan. Yeah, he just said he was. Yeah, I heard, and I heard John Wilson. So John Wilson was, I forget the full story of it, but he was a guy that was caught, and what he would do is he would subscribe and unsubscribe to channels, and I saw it too. I had nothing to do with that catch or whatever, like, but I guess like everyone got like got it, the notifications of him subscribing and unsubscribing. Um, but I guess he finally got sentenced to prison. I guess it was like 3 years, right? Yeah, we can at least 1 to 2 hours, so we can probably go as long as luck. No matter what, we're going on. We're doing this. This happened. 40 months. That's longer than 4 years. I mean 3 years, not 4 years. It'd be less. We have to pull another all-nighter. We made some discoveries, didn't you? What discoveries? Ryan pisses me the fuck off, Smith. Yeah, we have a better live. There's something like really going on there. Yeah, my mouse keeps like messing me up for some reason. It's caught like. Okay. I want to leave the site. That would take down my entire stream. All right. It was like tied around my ankle. God damn. I don't even know that happened. Yeah, we're going live now. Is it the same mouse that doxed Tommy Boy? Not mouse. But actually, I kind of could see that actually. A mouse, possibly. But yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck that Tommy Boy is doxed. Um, like they're shitty people. Some shitty happened to them. I don't got sympathy. That's about all I stand. Last question: what do you think about a country that has a bunch of loopholes to protect child predators fleeing the U.S.? I guess that's bad. What country are you thinking of? I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. Is there a country? Israel? I didn't know about that. I wonder what size flip flops Damone wears. He wears them year round. I don't know. I don't wonder that. Right, he has me also multiple times a day. Yeah, Damone's trying to bring back fucking Matt in the morning. That's gross. Oh, okay, yeah. I kinda figured. Because like it did look different. Actually, are you modded? You should be modded. Hold on. We'll clear that up real quick. Yeah, because I know it is you actually. Not too late. Sorry, I'm not live. Oh, I didn't mean for it to be. Oh. Yeah, so I have my what do you call Google Home right there. So it's like a speaker. So please whatever my phone plays. Yeah, I don't know what all these styles of shoes is. I just get like the cheapest one and just wear them. I don't know until the end. It's the cheapest shoe to wear for its purpose, and then that's it. We have Mr. X and XX, or no, Mr. X and XX, and the fake Mr. X, the battle of the X's. Doing his TikTok, bling. Oh, I already read that. Let me see some of the comments I didn't read. Well, actually, hold on. I don't know. Let's actually look up like Israel loopholes for child predators. I found an article. Nah, I'm just reading the article. Titled "How Jewish American Pedophiles Hide from Justice in Israel." Um, Tel Aviv is a tense stakeout, waiting for Jimmy Julius Cario to appear. There's an ad in the way. He's a wanted man is considered dangerous, accused of sexually assaulting a 9-year-old girl in Oregon in 2000. He fled to Israel before authorities in the U.S. could apprehend him or figure out what's going on or where he went. Cairo has been running from U.S. law enforcement ever since. Currently, Interpol, an intergovernmental policing organization that works with 194 countries, has red notice to alert police worldwide that he's a fugitive. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm already kind of confused because how would he flee? Because it would make sense if it was like India or Africa that just don't have jurisdiction between the United States. So that's like how a lot of scammers can, um, take advantage of that and like scam American consumers because there's no jurisdiction between the two countries. Also, continue reading on. 2 years after he fled the U.S., Terrell was convicted by an Israeli court of child molestation in a separate case. He served time and was released. Now, another alleged Israeli victim has come forward, saying he began abusing her when she was 5 years old and continued for years. Terrell successfully evaded authorities by moving between communities in Israel for almost 2 decades, and he is not alone. So I don't know how Israel just let that happen. A widespread problem. A CBS News investigation found that many accused American pedophiles flee to Israel, and bringing them to justice can be difficult. Jewish Community Watch, an American organization that tracks accused pedophiles, has been trying for years to find Caro and help bring him to justice. GCW says just like that organization, the Jewish Community Watch, Caro and other wanted men and women have been able to exploit a right known as law of return, whereby any Jewish person can move to Israel and automatically gain citizenship. Since the small organization started tracking accused pedophiles in 2014, it says more than 60 have fled from U.S. to Israel, giving it limited resources to identify these individuals. Says the actual number is likely much larger. So I'm already still confused because like it's kind of missing. Like, okay, they got to Israel, but how is like locks? How is Israel just like not catching them as if they're the police and then extradite them to America and then have them face charges? Like I don't see that there. The same has been going on in the Catholic Church right now around the world. The exact same thing is happening in our community. The JCW founder, Meyer Seewald, the cover-ups are the same. Seewald says tightly knit Jewish communities across the U.S. will sometimes meet accusations against a member with, and actually, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know that word. Everyone goes and surrounds this individual and supports him because they can't believe a person can do such a crime. Um, yeah, I mean, this whole kind of misses a point as far as like how this is happening. I mean, are they saying it delays the process, or like how they got there? It doesn't really say what happened. Yeah, for now. Um, Read what you have on screen. So he obtained a fake passport to travel to Israel, where he lives illegally. Denied abusing, but offered a general apology to his victims, saying, "I'm very sorry," which, I mean, does admit that he did something. So that's like a complete contradiction right there. Um, it wasn't until 2016 another alleged victim of Yemtov and friend of. Yeah, but they don't really say what the loophole is. I want the LA District County to step up their game, actually fight to get them back here and give him what he deserves. So is it basically like catches where basically we'll give DAs, like some DAs, like a gift wrap case for them to take, and then they just not do anything. So it's like they could extradite him, but they're just not doing it. That's not surprising. No, I did it. I was the one. I showed. I mean, I showed. How about? Okay. God, I don't know. I'll show the screenshot and I'll make that a community post. Just so there is no confusion. Yeah, so I just made a community post. Um, Another MV Capril is coming to a close. I'm gonna miss it. So it's like April, but MV Cap. Kind of funny that people claim unused people look people up, but last night then Jeff admitted he's been looking people up in this community, so they say we do it and it's wrong, but it's okay when somebody like does it. I don't know. I mean, in general, they have no like principles or anything. Um, it's yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and also to be like to say that, oh well, like the case is a case, and even if it goes exonerated, I still don't fucks with that. So now it's like the same that same energy with say like looking at the CP situation side eyed and being like, that's fucked up. Yeah, that's so completely inconsistent. He's Ed's buddy, but then like is like, nah, bro, with clown. Which again, I'm taking a singular stance at both. You know, so I've reacted the same way to the same thing. And I don't see anyone. I don't see anyone on anyone saying like that. Me, having my reaction is like committing some kind of like defamation or anything like that. Like they were with Ed, so it's like complete differences. It's like not even the same galaxy. Um, you know. Yeah, so I guess like my takeaway from this article is just like that. Basically, they just have shitty DAs that aren't in LA. That's not really surprising. They're just not doing anything. Um, red flags, more victims. Help from the community is a recurring theme. Trying to just see if there's a takeaway from this. So I guess they're saying like one day he converted to Judaism, so he wasn't even born Jewish. He converted Jew. He converted. Yeah, it's kind of tough to read. I think they're some of them are victim statements, but this is the article about it. Oh, what the hell? I don't know. I can't actually show the article because some weird reason it shows the StreamYard link in place where the article link is. So I don't know why it's doing that, but that's the reason why I can't share the article. Um, but maybe if I showing the StreamYard link. How would it do that? All right, hold on. I think I got it. Yeah, I found it. It's this. Yeah, and we were like, that's fucked up. So having the same reaction to clown, I mean, making fucked up statements, like that's consistency. And that's the thing. Like to joke about like jerking off to shadow porn, like what the fuck? Like that's and he had no answer. Like he just had his enablers, his protectors around him. Like I didn't see any of that on the other side. So like they can't say anything. And also like I think I saw like Juniper of all people trying to say that like bringing this up or whatever, like and taking like I would say like rightful outrage, but then that same standard, don't you have to apply that to your buddy Ed? Um, so I don't know if she wants to do that, but um, I don't know. It looks pretty bad. It's almost like you're not consistent. Actually, I don't know what happened. There's so many cases, so I just can't remember them. He's trying to sell his BS in jail. What do you mean? Oh, you mean like the Messiah guy? So like he's like talk. Oh, I don't know how that shit's gonna go in jail. Jail's gonna be tough for him. I don't know. How that's gonna go. Waving around a pedophile religion in jail. I don't know. That's not the best of the best ideas. Yeah, I know the name, but I forgot how to spell it. Welcome to player 4 Prid. I heard he unalived himself. I don't remember that at all, actually. I don't think I saw it. If I ever get a federal government job, I can move out of Los Angeles to a lower cost of my living state. Yeah, California. I mean, gas. I mean, when I went there, gas was like in the fives. Like when they say like $2.90 a gallon or $3 a gallon, gas was like $5.50 a gallon there when I went. Yeah, I think I remember going to like a supermarket or something just because I had to get a couple things like you know basic toiletries and things like that. And it added up to almost like $100. So it's like the cost was yeah, it's very expensive there. Yeah, what happened to that like really you know that really small predator that was like a manager or whatever? Oh, I don't know what happened to that guy. I think that guy was like he was caught for like child porn or something, and he was trying to meet like a meet a kid too. I think at work they caught him at work. I don't know what happened to that. And since Lux people are too much bitches to come up here, like, you guys can let me know what they're saying, and then I can just answer it here. No matter what anyone else in the world ever said, Clown's case is only Clown's case. No one else. Just. What are you saying? What are you talking about? Can anyone understand what that means? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And that Tommy spread case was dismissed, and we all know he did it comparing exonerated to it. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know how people can take actually a predator's side, though. I mean, when it's like, I think when it's like always the predator catcher, unless like the guy didn't do it or something, or it was like a complete setup, or I don't know, it would take a lot. But if like they did it, you should completely be on the side of the catcher in that scenario, hands down. Like if they did it. As far as like a civil suit. I think some people were actually helping like the defense of the predator too. People that agree people are turning into evil people and no two fucks given. Get some coffee and chicken tacos. Good Saturday night. Got some coffee and chicken tacos. Oh. That's bulletproof coffee. Has a bunch of health food ingredients. I think I heard of bulletproof coffee. That's like that's like you put that in a Keurig, I think. I think I know what that is. That was really strong when I took it. That's kind of like where it's like too much, where it gives you that like flush feeling of caffeine. I don't know. People are only gonna deal with so much before they get mad and do something about it. Yeah, and I don't know. A lot of their shit's like coming back at them, so I don't know. I don't really. It's hard to have empathy for them. People are only gonna deal with so much. Oh, I already read that. I think we should probably read an article or something together. I'm not sure what. What happens if I type in MVCat? Yeah, it's actually another MV cat. This is not me, by the way. This is another MV cat. What's that? National Victims Constitutional Amendment passage. I think this was the this. I'm pretty sure this was the actual, like, this was what Jeff's brother pulled up, thinking it was MVCap for me. This is not MVCap. Um, this is another. Well, it is MVCap, but it's another MVCap. It's not my MVCap. Um, which I'm not sure I disagree with. I mean, from what I know, it's kind of I think it's a victim advocacy group. That's a hard word to say. So I don't know. I do support the Syndicate. It's doing something weird. Hold on. Sure. So they mentioned. Yeah, so they went pretty far with this group. I don't know if anyone knows about it prior, but what happens? They send. Oh, yeah, I don't really like saying stuff like that. Why is everyone so damn quiet? I don't know. Yeah, it is actually pretty quiet though. I mean, chat's kind of slow. Um, no, luck is live and he stole a drama views.
Well, there you go, Tabby. Sorry, he roasted himself.
What's going on over there?
No yum yums tonight. No. That's okay. I've already had my yum yums. So good. Finally, be taken testosterone surgery. He'd be able to run like a mile in under 15.
Oh, Treach, it's not a big deal. Edward calls me a bitch all the time.
Just asking.
Yeah, I don't really see anything interesting. TeamVCat.locals.com. That came up in my search. Now I just got off of my lab and making rounds, bro. Hope you're doing good, Ryan. Cam's on locks? Wait, is he?
Sure, she lifts her panel up and
Good man.
yeah, it's
Wanted
cool.
to pop up and say hello.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate
He
you.
is.
It's good to hear. I heard you on a panel the other day, but yeah, it's good to hear from you. So, how's everything going?
It's been pretty busy. Had some decent predators caught, and
Good deal.
yeah.
Cap, how do you what do you mean loser? You must be talking about me because I've only got one catch. Cam has
Oh, I'm a loser.
I don't know how many, so I don't know. Still don't have a job. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's not my business. I don't care if he's got a job.
Oh, I have 2 jobs, but
Oh, there you go.
yeah, after I couldn't sell any vacuums to anybody, I decided to go find a real job.
Yeah, those vacuums, man. I mean,
So, like, the vacuum job being counted as one after you left and then going to another job where I don't know what I think there was like some other job. I don't know. That's one job.
Yeah, no one ever buys those things.
Yeah,
as
actually,
Cam found out.
I just started a new job. Actually, I deliver literal snack cakes in a distribution or for a distribution company. Like,
Snack
wow.
cakes, eh?
Yeah, like one of those box trucks or whatever.
Nice.
So,
Don't have-
I mean, they have different routes, but that's
Nice.
what I do now.
Nice.
I have one more week of training, and then I go out on the road on my own.
Nice. Good shit. Send some to come on, American Smoker. Be nice now. Got him.
Yo, did you hear about the human trafficking, Fred? I don't know if you heard about that guy or not.
No.
Yeah, I have.
What?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that. I don't know. Alexa said to her, "This is the shit that gets you in trouble." Guess what? I got 2 photos, and I don't understand that comment at all. Yeah, was that a joke? I don't know. I'm not sure. This kid said he's like Jeff looks up people in the community, and she admitted to looking up everyone who's sub to her. It's a cryptic message only to Gusto. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure, but I think he was doing something about like, I heard something about a fundraiser. Yeah, I just have like very vague details. I haven't followed Kim in a while. Whatever he's doing, I don't know. Oh, so my speaker just decided to stop working. Whoa, Brandon, have you met Kim? Or do you know him personally? But yeah, I mean, Kim's like kind of in the past. I don't know as far as like, I don't know if he's like still catching or anything like that. I saw there was like it's an ambulance. There was like replays of other catches or something. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I could see like supporting catchers as catchers and just being like, I support like old catchers. I could see that, you know. And I mean, as a catcher, I mean, if he catches someone, then I'm not against that, you know. I'm curious friends with who, but if you think you're a man and want to call with that don't even know what or how or if they're even fat, then I'm sorry, you ain't a fucking man at all in my book. So I mean, wait, I think it was being dense. I don't know. I actually thought he was actually selling. So he's not selling snack cakes. I took that literal.
So, yeah, that happened. Matt, you're too easy. Yeah, he's cheap too.
We went on a catch.
We did.
We just couldn't confront the fucker because the homeless shelter wouldn't give him up.
Right? Man, it was so tempting to go back in the back of that building and pick that lock. I could have picked that lock in 10 seconds. Time me. All right? Yeah, I could have got that fucking door open real quick. That's where they come in and out at. Bro.
I don't know. Like, I don't hear it. I hear a lot of talking. Spoken to him several times in person, and I've had his dog in my house for a while. Been knowing him since his Florida pet patrol catch. All right. Yeah, I mean, you know, my thing is I always think that, you know, people should let people come to their own conclusions. So, you know, That's fine. That's cool. Sport catchers are catching preds, but don't mean after spec the person they're outside of catching. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly true. Kim is a reverse Oreo? What does that even mean? A reverse. Wait, I have no idea what you mean. I don't know. Y'all can agree or disagree. That's all I can say about it. If you don't like them, then I don't mind. No worries. Get. There's a free thought domain. Yeah, explain that a little. Yeah, if you can play a clip, then I won't be able to play it. I'll do it the way I do it. But Clown removed all content from his channel. I mean, yeah, I was kind of done with him after he made even some of those comments. It ain't nothing on me. We have the choice to think what we want without influence of others, don't we? I respect everyone until it's proven to me that they're not worth it. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like just let everyone come to their own conclusions. Because it's kind of like if you're truly like taking issue with someone or whatever, and then you just kind of like you already say your stance, like that's kind of enough of like a warning to the other person. And then if you just let them come to their conclusions and it's true, then you should trust that the same thing should happen over time. So, you know, that's how I look at it. There's nothing on Clown's channel, no videos. Yeah, maybe you did take it down. I don't know. Yeah, is there anything interesting going on? Let's see. Right, for sure, it's a manipulation, the very high level and ability. Ken has to operate, or Cam has to operate. Cam can honestly move mountains. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm trying to process that. I don't know if I do.
But you know what? Really cool.
It's clean.
Man, I could make a hell of a locksmith truck out of that, bro. I'm just saying.
Dude, and then check this out. These were the perks, and when I signed up, so like for training, you only get 400 a week, but you work like 2.5 days, and then full weeks are like 5 days and $800 a week, dude. Just
Hey, not
solid
bad.
salary, not hourly. So the sooner I get done with my routes each day, the quicker I'm done, and I get paid exactly the same amount.
Right on. Right on. Good shit.
Yeah, that kind of wasn't a good idea for him to put that out there. He didn't say the company he worked for, right? That would be a good idea. That he's a victim of abuse, and it affected his mentality just like he does so many of us. He just chose to deal with it differently.
Yeah. And the last job that I had, I just quit, but I had that job for 9 months when I moved. And it was a decent job. I just wasn't growing in it, and I wasn't really making enough money. But I know a lot of people are going to hate on me for this, but it's cool. I started a kratom tea business.
A kratom what?
I sell kratom, like how Donnie Two Hands sold kratom.
Oh, Donnie Two Bottles. Yeah, yeah.
So I'll pull that up real quick. Like
You sell it out of a lemonade stand kind of thing?
No.
Man, you
I mean, like, I probably make a lot of money doing that. But
that was pretty
Yeah,
good,
stuff.
man. That was legit.
I'm actually a distributor for that, for myself. Basically, I get it into stores and shops, smoke shops, and all sorts of places that have fridges. And so far, I got 6 clients.
Okay.
The newest one I just posted on our Facebook page is right here. When I'm not working the other job, I do this. But this is what it looks like.
Okay.
Slide over. So, in this kind of packaging right here is kratom.
Oh, what the hell? Okay.
And right now, I got it on the shelf at this place. On the smoke shop. And that's right there.
Nice. Wow.
$10 a jar only cost me $1.50 to make each one. So
Damn.
80%, almost 80% profit margin. And since I'm the one doing the deliveries and
Damn, how did you get? Let me ask you a question. How did you get the shelf above the Fago?
What do, Koopa? not trying to say that I will back him up on everything, just saying I won't put him down for his way of handling things, I guess.
I mean, that's pretty. That's
I'm not-
great. Fucking R.I.P. Fago, man.
I'm right there.
Anyone hating on that packaging can fuck off. That's my.
Yeah, double dipping. Yeah, that's how the world goes around, Gusto. Double dipping. That's what you do, bro.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is wrong with that?
Well, what are they gonna do? Call his boss?
I'm telling you, the kratom tastes like whatever the flavors are, like the bubble gum.
Aw.
It tastes like liquid bubble gum.
That's a really weird looking cat. I don't.
That is a weird cat. Doesn't bark.
Yeah, it's,
Very rare cat. Yeah.
that's a big cat though. I like that. But yeah.
Yo, Locke, you want to see these cool vacuums I'm selling?
Negative.
No.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
You're not selling Locke a vacuum cleaner.
I'm just.
I own
Yeah,
3 of them.
That ain't gonna fucking happen.
I own
Actually,
3.
Cam, I'll sell you a vacuum or two. Just saying. Slightly used, one careful owner.
Kim cannot do anything wrong. Cam will always have something to point at why he is doing what he is doing or done what he done.
So what?
Yeah, never mind. Putting your life out there, dude. People hate you, bro, and you're pointing the roadmap for them to mess with your life up again. Yeah. I mean,
like, I at this point have had everything done to me that could possibly be done to me, and I'm still here and still doing well. So, I mean, I don't really care.
well, I mean, there's that. I mean, you got balls for days, bro. But I'm just saying, don't give your adversaries any extra ammo. You know.
No.
Not really. I mean, like, I don't know, but
Don't feed
But
him.
no, it's good, man. I'm glad to see you're doing well, and I wish you all the best, brother. You're a real one in my book. And,
No, seriously, he's his own boss. What are they gonna do? Get him fired?
I don't really.
Yeah.
And all my products in the shop's on consignment anyway, so it's like the companies, I did it that way, so there was no risk for the shops, and then they just get a percentage of the sales.
Yeah, I'm not sure, bro. This old Kirby vacuums door to door at one point. Yeah, there's a lot of multi-level marketing schemes kind of like that. I fell for one when I was in college. It was called Vima, but I was in college. I was a dumb college kid. It was like an energy drink called Vima or something, and that turned out to be a scam. But like, yeah, whatever it's like solely on commission or it's based on like your revenue from people you bring on, that's definition of a pyramid scheme. I'm gonna Brendan. I'm not sure what to get into. Well, one of Canada's vacuums, and it surely isn't a humidifier like he says he was. Like he says it was. I don't think he said he was a humidifier. I don't know. Shifty, I know, right? You can only buy them from door-to-door salesmen too. I remember I worked for a call center for a period of time. I was a temp. And like when you walked in, they scanned your eyes. They had like an eye scanner. And that would be how you would clock in for a shift. Kills 100% of all germs, even though it's mathematically impossible to measure. Like, there's a reason why they say 99.9. Because there's a margin of error. Do you think you're microchipped? No, because I would have to put the microchip in. I'm not opposed to be a microchip, though. Like, I heard Neuralink. Things about Neuralink. I think I might do that. Oh, for real? I never heard of an eye scanner to clock in. No, it was literally like it was a laser, and you would clock in. That's honestly what happened. It's a true story. I don't cap. Yeah, it's kind of like my thing is like who would buy from a door-to-door salesperson in general? Like anything. Like, doesn't matter how good the salesperson is, doesn't matter the product. But like if someone goes up to someone's door, that just has such a bad rap that no one would buy it. Like no one would. I don't see who would buy from a door-to-door salesperson. Like, especially if they're eager to get your business and everything. Like like for me it would scream scam. In general, it doesn't even matter how good they are or anything or whoever they are. Woman against registry. This is a message from the president of that.
My name is Megan Evos. I'm an advocate in Memphis, Tennessee. I want to share with you my journey from founding a group called People for the Enforcement of Rape Laws to stepping in as the new leader of Women Against Registry. When I was 16, I was raped by a stranger. It happened in my own home at knife point. 9 years later, I learned that the police had never investigated my rape or even bothered to test my rape kit. That experience inspired me to become an advocate for police reform, and I began to ask more and more questions about law enforcement. I quickly learned that the truth about our criminal legal system is very different from the fiction depicted by Hollywood or the equally fictitious portrayal by the authorities themselves. The more I looked behind the curtain of our system, the more I discovered just how biased, broken, and self-serving the American criminal justice system is. I was so outraged by all of the scams in the legal system. I found out that the police do not consistently investigate actual rapes like mine, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. I realized early on that the so-called sex offender registry is just another scam. Security theater designed to provide a false sense of security to some and get politicians reelected. My case is probably what most people think of when they think of.
Wait, so the argument is saying that because they weren't able to get like enough of a conviction or harsh enough of a penalty, that the registry is just a scam and it's symbolic and it doesn't matter. Bro, what? Okay, hold on.
The registry, but it's also the perfect example of why these laws do nothing to protect the public. The person who attacked me would never have been on any list. I've talked with so many other victims who've had the same experience that I have. They felt confused and angry, like they've been taken advantage of by the authorities who've invoked their name and trauma to justify horrible, harmful policies that do zero to prevent crime or help victims. I've also gotten to know people whose lives are being harmed by these systems in my name. People forced to register who are condemned to be permanent pariahs.
Wait, so condemned to the registry and because of her name? Wouldn't that be the perpetrator? And why would you be against them being publicly exposed? I mean, if you're gonna make a legal like an argument against, the law or the penalty isn't harsh enough, I mean that makes sense. But to then say that person just shouldn't be exposed and how that, like, those things don't have anything to do with each other. I don't know.
Along with their family members and the children who are living on the list with them. There are nearly 1 million people forced to register now in the United States, and countless loved ones whose lives are deeply impacted by these unjust laws. I'm president of Women
Well, I think she means people living with the perpetrator.
Against Registry, because I believe in second chances, equal access to opportunity.
Second chances. So, like, the first thing she's saying is like that the law's not harsh enough. Now she's talking about second chances. I don't understand. Oh, this is for the video.
And a response to harm that focuses on restoration and reintegration, not banishment. The so-called sex offender registry is a human rights abuse. It doesn't keep anyone safe, and it cuts people off from all of the resources and opportunities that help prevent crime, like housing, employment, and social support networks.
So she starts by saying she was like raped and then her perpetrator didn't get justice, which that does happen. To then making some kind of argument about how the sex offender registry is just bad. And now saying that instead of the sex offender registry, what we need is employment, housing, and social services. So it's basically just using the identity of being a victim of a crime to justify the unjustifiable. Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, I don't really see how it's like an election thing, because the registry is like a set thing. I mean, there's no one, not that I know of anyone like serious is actually debating like, yeah, is the registry going to be on the ballot this year or not in the ballot, or is this person for it, is this person against it? I mean, it's just like it's already a standard thing. I don't get it. I don't understand.
As a victim and as a woman who values the lives and well-being of everyone in our community, I know that a perpetual punishment is not the answer. Women Against Registry is the leading advocacy organization calling for the abolition of the registry without incrementalism. We don't believe in making a better registry. We believe in repealing it. And as I take the reins of this 12-year-old grassroots organization, I will be focusing my energy on reframing the narrative, ensuring that this issue is recognized as central to the broader movement of ending mass incarceration and mass surveillance, and elevating the experiences of the people closest to this problem. Women who've experienced sexual violence, women raising their families on the registry, and their loved ones who are forced to register. Nobody is free until everybody is free. If you want to stand with us on the right side of history, I encourage you to join war.
Yeah, that's the craziest video I saw. Hold on. Not sure what you sent though. Hold on. I think the war president is 100% BS about her being a victim and her points. I mean, literally, it's just saying, like, because she's a victim and then ... let's abolish the registry. I mean, the points are just abysmal.
Alabama sex offenders may have to provide less information to police. A federal judge just ruled 2 reporting requirements unconstitutional.
Today, the state Supreme Court ruled that requiring sex offenders to be on a registry for life is not constitutional without some sort of review process. Should sex offenders be required to register for crimes that took place before the registry was created in 1995? The state's highest court says no.
Tonight, a federal judge throwing out Englewood's rules for where sex offenders can live, calling the rules unconstitutional. Our state sex offender registry violates the Constitution's cruel and unusual punishment clause for 3 plaintiffs.
A Georgia Supreme Court ruling now makes it unconstitutional for law enforcement to use electronic devices to monitor some predators.
It's their right, according to Judge Weaver, who states in this 19-page ruling.
Oh, I didn't get what you sent. My bad. I just don't know how do I get to whatever that is. Let me see if I can. I found it. It's 7 minutes though. Hold on. And probably, actually, you know what I'll do? I think I'll put this as like a playlist or something. Yeah, I'll save it as a watch later. That's what I'll do. And then it should pop up here. Got it.
Hey Mom, can I borrow the car tonight? My name is Kathleen Hambrick. This is my story. I decided to have my son later in life because I didn't want to worry about finances or building a career. I wanted to focus on being a mother. My son is a lot like me. He's funny and nerdy and introverted, and he's a little socially inept. Growing up in the age of computers, he was naturally drawn to video games, and eventually he got into role-play games and fantasy such as Dungeons and Dragons, and he still plays them today. On a rainy night in February, my son came home from one of his 2 jobs and said, "Hey, Mom, can I borrow the car tonight?" He was very excited. He had met someone online, and I was happy that he was actually going out of the house instead of sitting on the computer all night. So I gave him a hug, I gave him the car keys, and I said, "Be safe, don't stay out too late." He didn't come home that night. And by the morning, I was frantic and pacing, and I called the non-emergency 911 line. And they suggested that I check the hospitals and the local jails. And I had never thought about checking the jails because my son had never been in trouble. And I did check online, and his name was listed on a roster in the county next to us. And next to it, it said, attempted rape of a child.
Well, they
I was
got
like, what? This is a mistake. So after I bailed him out and got him home, he told me what really happened. He said that he had gone on to Craigslist looking for a date or a one-night stand, and he had run across an ad that said gamer girl. Of course, that was a real big draw for him. And he started chatting with this woman, and a few sentences into the conversation, she said, "I'm 13. And his reply to her was, "What do you mean you're 13? You're on an adult site. Do you mean 23? Well, she didn't actually answer him. All she said was, "I like college guys." So being confused, he said he asked her to send him a picture. And she did, and the picture was of a 24-year-old woman. So he kind of just thought she was playing a fantasy role play, which is something he did all the time. So he proceeded to continue to talk to her, and an hour and a half later, she again says, "I'm 13. By this point, he knows he's talking to an adult. You can tell a lot of things when you talk to someone for an hour and a half. And this was all text messages. So he arranged to meet her. When he got there, just as a last-ditch effort to make sure this was not a child, he said, "Could you come out front before I come inside?" Smart boy. She did come out front. He was absolutely right. It was an adult female.
Can you come out before I come inside? Like, that just sounds, I don't know, bizarre.
Female from the picture. He walked inside, and he was arrested for attempted rape of a child. I don't understand it. I don't quite follow their logic, but that's what happened.
Wait, the logic is 13 is a child, and an adult came to meet the child for sexual intent. So, I mean, I could even see not agreeing with it, but what do you mean not understand it? I mean, I don't understand that. I mean, clearly she disagrees with what went on, but you do understand it. Like, I don't know.
State of Washington, the charge of attempted rape of a child, when you have no prior criminal record, will get you 6 to 10 years with lifetime probation and lifetime parole. Seems a little harsh, but that's what it is. There was no investigation done into whether my child was actually looking for another child or not. There was nobody came to the house, nobody looked through his things, nobody tried to find other potential victims if he was this monster that they said he was. But the judge didn't care about any of that. All the judge heard was 13. He didn't care that he was sent a picture of an adult. He didn't care that he had asked the woman to come out front and it was an adult woman. He didn't care that he was on an adult site. The judge didn't care at all. And we really hadn't anticipated Jace being convicted. And then he was. And when the judge said the words guilty, we were floored. My son turned to look at me, and I had started to bawl, and my sisters were there for support. And my son broke down, and I saw my son break down, and he came to me, and I hugged him, and I rubbed the back of his head, which is something I've always done. And I just whispered in his ear and rocked him and said, "Be strong, and I won't leave you. I believe in you. I know you didn't do this, and you're not alone." And they took my son from me. So after I got home, my sisters and I looked online for any kind of information of how this is even possible in the United States, because we just had no clue and we were lost. And there was no information online. So I personally I started a blog. It's called Lady Justice Smith. Going on 2.5 years ago now, so that other people caught in these kinds of situations and scenarios would have a place to find information and support. I also purchased an RV and followed my son from prison to prison in the state of Washington throughout his sentence. Because I knew that the more contact he had with somebody, the better chances he had for re-entry and a real life, if that was even possible at this point. But the really sad thing in my mind is that this is all a big hoax. It's a big lie. They're not actually looking for people preying on children. I was personally molested at the age of 13, and I know that there are child predators out there. So why would the police go to the extent of trying to entice an innocent man into a scenario to catch?
They're saying they're enticing. That would be entrapment. Then if it was like, I guess what they're arguing entrapment. They're just arguing entrapment. Which that would, like, if the entrapment defense was true, then the case would have been thrown out and there wouldn't have been a conviction in the first place. But if you're not sure if a girl is in 13 or is 13, that shouldn't be enticing. Yeah, but I think we need like a timestamp.
Good morning, every.
So something I'm reading on the link that Koopa sent me is this is how they're defining what it literally says. What is a child offender? Very small percentage become predators. Many were sexually abused and they're acting it out for a transitionary period and never reoffend. And are acting it out, then they're reoffending. I'm not really sure what you mean. Some are naive experimenters with poor social skills and even poor impulse control. Situational offenders. Another bullet point is juvenile delinquents for whom sex crimes are just one type of law they break. And the last one, it says, and some were just playing doctor. Yeah, I don't know.
Of that pie chart. There.
Listen, and like that's legit, like what I'm seeing.
It's not true. So who are the kids who offend? Some of you are already going to know this, and I'm moving into an area that's really beyond my expertise, but based upon the research I have conducted. But the social scientists will tell you the reason they are at the lowest for risk offending, for reoffending, is because there's so many different reasons why kids commit sexual offenses. The top category, very small percentage become predators, is the tiniest group. If I had a pie chart, it would be the pocket park. It would be the sliver of that pie chart. Very few become sexual predators. Many were sexually abused as children themselves. And so while they're children trying to work through the emotional stuff connected to that, they act out inappropriately. And that acting out is a limited period of time. So it's transitory. They're acting out to get out their abuse.
So either way, there would be a sex crime.
The next group is the group who might be 10, 11, 12, but really they're 7 or 8 in their social skills, in their impulse control, in their ability to deal with their own peers. And so that's why the 10-year-old touched the penis of the 7-year-old boy. In a little way, he was 7 years old himself. Shouldn't have done that. But he's not at risk for reoffending. What we have to do with restorative justice, with other ways, is to figure out ways to help him, help her. Then there's a group. This group I really know about. These are guys who are just committing crimes. And oh, by the way, one of them happens to be a sexual crime. Next day, they're doing B&E. They're doing burglaries. The following day, they're selling drugs on the street corner.
So this was the one under juvenile delinquents from 6 crimes. They're just one of the crimes they commit. So basically, like, just saying if you're a juvenile and you're committing a bunch of crimes, that you're also committing a sex crime, so it just doesn't matter. And the next point she didn't get to yet, I want to hear this, is the one where it just ends and it literally says, and somewhere just playing doctor.
Following day, they're intimidating people. They're just juvenile delinquents committing a whole host of crimes. These are not sexual predators. These are just kids who are committing crimes. And then finally, do you remember this phrase? We've lost this phrase. It's called playing doctor. There are some kids who are just experimenting. And for a whole host of reasons, the people who come in on the experimentation have that social panic with them, or have that revenge panic, and I want to talk about that for a second. A lot of the cases involving little kids who are, the police are called, all involve steps who are calling the parents, calling the police. So Leah, who was 10 years old, the police were called on her 8-year-old and 5-year-old stepbrothers. It's the stepmother who called the police on her. Got to think there's something going on in that family dynamic. In her blog, Leah says, I never did any of those things.
Well, no shit, it's going to be an adult that's going to call the police. I mean, a kid's not going to necessarily know to call the police. Yeah, that's, I don't know, that's hard to watch. This is 2 questions. What are those 2 questions? Did the legislator intend the law to be a civil remedy or a criminal remedy? If civil, no constitutional violation. 2, is the effect punitive, that it turns the law into punishment? And if it is a punishment, 8th Amendment applies. Ex post facto violation might be cruel and unusual punishment. So we're calling that cruel and unusual punishment. The sex offender registry.
Intend for it to be civil. And the second question is, even if the legislature intended for it to be civil, you might have created a law that's so punitive, it doesn't just walk like a duck and talk like a duck. It really is a duck. It really is punishment. It's called the intent effects test. 2 steps. What did they intend? And now let's look at the effect. Well, we'll start on the policy, or the
These people are beyond sick and are all the predicate community's natural born enemies. Yeah, I agree.
the party line is not just to say to the court.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we'll get into now. Let me just look up more about it. Just anything, maybe like a small video.
about the
I'll play this.
topic of sex offender registries. And during that phone call, I said that you can sort of make the case that any post-sentence impacts are potentially unconstitutional, because once you've paid your debt to society, it would follow that that's it. There's a clean break, and there should be no more post-sentence impacts. And I didn't really feel as though I was informed enough about the specifics of the sex offender registry. I have no fear about revisiting my views or revolving on certain issues when I think that I have a better understanding. And I dug into this one for a while over the weekend. And I am now ready to say that beyond the question of the legality or morality of any post-sentence repercussions, I'm also specifically against the sex offender registry. And I want to talk to you about that today. The best argument I can make for the sex offender registry is that sex offenses are a type of crime that present such a risk to society, such a risk to children, that we should handle them specially compared to, for example, burglary or tax fraud, so that neighbors can look you up to see if you are around and be aware of the danger that you present. And I really spent a long time looking into this, and it doesn't really make any sense. It's not a good argument. Number one, I have found no evidence that sex offender registries actually help to reduce the number of sexual assaults. I've just found no evidence of that whatsoever. Number two, when I dug into what makes up the sex offender registries actually help to reduce the number of sexual assaults, I've just found no.
So, I mean, regardless of like whether it prevents, it reduces the crime, I would just say it's an information thing. Like, it's like the public has the right to know if someone is capable of committing a sexually dangerous crime in their neighborhood. So just like FOIAing body camera footage, whatever it is, that's right of the people to know.
No evidence of that whatsoever. Number two, when I dug into what makes up sex offenses as a category, it turns out that most are within family and friends. They're people that the victim knows. They're not offenders who would stalk and attack strangers. And so, for the most part, having a public list of these individuals wouldn't actually help in that case. Number three, as we've talked about before, so many sex offenses go unreported, which is a major problem. So at best, it's a very incomplete list. And the reality is that sex offenders are everywhere, regardless of the list, period. Number four, there are.
So, I mean, if it happened between a family and friend, then other people should know about that person too, because that person's a sexually dangerous person.
Are a ton of acts that count as sex offenses that really shouldn't. Some states, if you urinate publicly, you are a sex offender. In some states, if you take naked pictures of yourself when you're a minor, you're listed as a sex offender. In some states, soliciting prostitution makes you a sex offender. Indecent exposure, also known as public nudity in some states, makes you a sex offender. And that's not really a group of acts for which we need a public list that people can be looked up. And most importantly, and we've talked about this so many times, Pat, getting out of prison is tough. Reintegrating into society is difficult. If you're a sex offender, being in prison is even tougher, partially because our prisons aren't that great at keeping certain types of offenders safe. The last policy I want to support is one where I'm putting people on a list that is ineffective at doing what it claims to do, that will further stigmatize people and make it more difficult for them to find housing and to get a job, period. So for me, Pat, the focus should be identify the fraction of sex offenders that are more likely to reoffend, not the kids that took pictures of themselves or the guy peeing on the side of Fenway Park when the Red Sox won the World Series. Focus on those likely to reoffend, create programs to reduce the likelihood of them reoffending, period, because the sex offender registries don't appear to be making us safer, and they seem to perpetuate the problems of incarceration. Tell me I'm a flip-flopper, but I've done the research, and I now feel that this is not a good policy.
No, your position on this evolved, much like Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama's positions evolved on gay marriage in the early 2010s, the early part of the decade. When we had a live caller last week call in and talk about this, I remember that you were able to identify how we had this idea in America that you serve your time, and once your sentence is over, you can kind of reintegrate fully into society, but that doesn't always bear out because we have things like felony disenfranchisement in some states. We have things like the 3 strikes laws in California. But I was thinking, as progressives, we're also against those 2 things. So would it stand to reason that we should also be against the sex offender registry? That's kind of where I came out on this topic.
And ultimately, once I got past the statistics of how effective it is, that was a big factor for me as well. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like, I don't know, like, as far as like they're trying to like find maybe not, I don't think that's really an issue with the sex offender registry. That's an issue with, like, you go on the sex offender registry for breaking a sex crime law, and then as a result you get put on the sex offender registry. But as far as like making sure we get the law right, as far as like the public indecency, whatever it is, like urinating in public or whatever it is, that's a legislative issue to fix. Where it's like once we have the system, like, I don't know, it's like if someone has been shown to commit a sexually dangerous crime, that people should know about it. And it's like something that's true is most of these sex crimes, when they have like what's called personality disorders, it's specific in which they can't be rehabilitated, and their recidivism rate's very, very high. So they're gonna reoffend anyway, and the response of the public is just to warn the public about them once they're, or if they really come out in public. They shouldn't be, really, if someone is proven to be sexually dangerous. But if they are in public, the people should know about it. Which I'm not like a fan of, like, I don't know, being in public or anything, like, but I don't know. Kind of think this is a whack thing to do. Had a algae right there. If you put some public and you get caught, you wanted to resend my opinion to go on the registry. Wait, what are you saying? I'm not sure I understand. Yeah, I don't know if you could retype that. It's not clicking. If you piss in public and get caught, then I think you should go on the registry, plain and simple. Yeah, because kind of a weird thing if, like, you do. like if you do it in front of like a kid, if a kid could watch or something like that, I think that's, I don't know. Like there is a crime for, what's it called, sending harmful material to a minor. So it's kind of like a line you would have to determine to that. Like at what point, if someone is irritating public, could that turn into, I don't know if it would be called material, but harmful to a minor, potentially. Yeah. So it kind of depends. Like if an adult boyfriend and a girlfriend and they're on spring break or some shit and think it's cool to go skinny dipping in a pool at a hotel, they should go to a sex offender registry, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I think that's just like some weird shit. Like, I guess it's lewd behavior, I guess. That's like what that is. Yeah, I think I'm kind of gonna wrap it up. I can't really think of anything more to talk about. But yeah, I won't live for about a couple hours. Probably go live again in the morning. Not sure. But yeah, I'm actually gonna end this live. Yeah, so next time we'll have Koopa High. Yeah, my next one might be kind of early though, but maybe next time. Maybe it's at a later time. Not sure when you're up.